Hey, Eric here from 5minuteinvesting.com. And today, Sep Craig have submitted a stock for me to go through in the weekly group coaching call, which is Beyond Meat. But I decided not to cover it in the weekly group coaching call due to a variety of reasons. And instead, I'll just make a video for you, which basically covers my view on Beyond Meat at the moment. Now, just a little bit background on Beyond Meat. Now, Beyond Meat is a vegetarian meat company, is super popular right now in North America, and there is a huge trend of people, becoming vegetarian, becoming healthy, and so on. So there's a lot of hype around the IPO, and obviously a lot of smart money or average investors are looking to invest in this stock. Now, if you are part of Investing Accelerator, then you will know that we have a rule basically saying that we don't invest in any company that just got IPO'd. And there is actually a lot of reasons for that. And I'm just going to go through that for you in this video. So if you look at the stock, Beyond Meat IPO'd this year in May at around $45. And then afterwards, if you bought in this stock, it went up to $220 and now it dropped back down to $75. So let me tell you that in terms of percentage. It started $45, it increased 5 times. That is 500% gain. And then it came back down to 75. So that is almost a 70% drop, if my quick math is right. So you can see how much this stock is fluctuating. And when you're investing and when you're trying to build up a portfolio for your retirement, do you really want to jump into this stock and hope to get a couple of bucks? Because let me tell you, people who invest in this stock and looking at how crazy it has been increasing is looking to make a couple of bucks. And because of that gambling mentality, that is really what's caused the downfall. Because think about it. Beyond Meat is a growing company. It's almost like a startup. It has been around for a couple of years already, but it's quite young, and the financial is still not stable. And if you look at the financials, you're going to see that Beyond Meat is growing rapidly, which is good. But I don't think Beyond Meat, will grow 500% in 6 months financially. So you can see that there is a difference between what's happening in the stock market versus what's underlying financials of Beyond Meat. So when you look at that and you see that difference, you know that this increase in stock price is not sustainable. And that is pretty plain and obvious. When some of my students are looking into invest in Beyond Meat, I told them don't do it, because when you are looking at a stock who just IPO'd, it's very volatile. A lot of things are happening, and one of the things is the difference between the stock price and the financials. And coming from a financial background, I'm a chartered professional accountant, the stock price will always revert back and show what is truly happening in the financials. Now, if you look at the financials for Beyond Meat, you're going to find that right now Beyond Meat is losing money. And when you invest in losing money, companies, you're hoping for 2 things. One is that somehow there will be another person who will buy the stock from you even though the company is losing money, or you think that the stock will turn a profit and then suddenly people will go crazy and jump into it. So those are really the 2 things you're hoping for. But when you invest in a company that is losing money, it is also the first company that will get dumped in a portfolio. Think about it. If I have 10 stocks, 9 of them are making money financially, and 1 of them is not, I'm going to dump that one first because it's the worst performing. So that means you're going to have more fluctuation in the stock price, you're going to have more uncertainty, and it's going to be more difficult for you to turn a profit. I'm not saying you cannot turn a profit, because you can see that people who bought here and sold here made 500%. So there's definitely money to be made, but it's just more difficult. And the next point, when you invest in a company that just IPO'd for less than 2 years, people within the company wants to cash out. People who build the company, upper management, employees who got rewarded stock options for a lower pay, they want to exit the market. They want to cash in and buy a house or whatnot. So then you're going to get a huge pool of insiders, the investment banker that are trying to sell the stock out to you in the first year or half. So you want to wait for these people to kind of die down, wait for them to finish selling the stock. So then you're not trying to buy the stock from them when they're actively trying to sell you the stock. So long term, a long-term mindset is needed. And right now, if the company just went IPO 6 months, it's still pretty green. So a lot of people are still trying to cash in. So there's that scarcity mentality there. And finally, you're asking me whether Beyond Meat is good buy. And if you look at what's happening with the insiders, you're going to see that insiders, basically upper management, is still selling the stock at around $80, $75, and so on. So if you see that management or insiders are selling the stock, that is a huge red flag for you to avoid the company. So here is a quick summary. You have a company that just went IPO. You have insiders trying to sell the stock actively. You have insiders trying to sell the stock right now at this price. You have a company that is loss-making. You have a company that is growing, but not a lot of historical record. So if you put all these things together and you have fluctuation between $45 to $220. So if you look at all these factors put together, then it becomes pretty obvious that I think at this moment you should avoid the stock for now and wait for it to mature. Now, Beyond Meat is a stock that is on my list, but you need to look at all the factors together and wait for this stock to mature. So once you go through Investing Accelerator, you'll learn why that you should only invest in stock that have been IPO'd for 2 years. You'll know what to do with Beyond Meat. You'll know how to research and understand how to invest in the company instead of guessing. A lot of people invest in the market by gambling. I don't suggest that. You want to invest based on facts. You want to invest based on research. You want to invest in companies that you're 95% or more confident in. And that's what Investing Accelerator is all about. And that's also my own personal investing approach that I've been using for the last 4 years. So if you haven't watched the free webinar, you can click the link below to watch the free webinar. It's a 3-hour-long webinar with a ton of content packed in. And if you want to get more help and learn how to invest like I do, where I target 30% a year, then you can join the full program, Investing Accelerator. Now, I do offer free one-on-one consultation. If you have any questions about Investing Accelerator, you can go down below and schedule a call with me as well. So that's pretty much it for this video for Beyond Meat as of today, December 14, 2019. So yeah, happy holidays. Let me know if you have any questions below, and I will cover that in a future video.